Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and the start of a brand new series, the F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager. We're here back on Motorsport Manager with a fire mod installed onto the game, and with some tweaking, we've got the 2019 grid now to kick off this Season 1 of this career mode. As you can see now here, we're going to be managing Renault F1 with Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Hulkenberg in the car, but let's have a little look and a gander around and show you what's what. So, of course, you can see the standings here. We've got the 2019 lineups here on the team side. Alfa Romeo Sauber, Aston Martin, Red Bull Racing, Honda, McLaren F1, Mercedes Racing Point F1 now as they're known, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, Honda, Renault F1, Rich Energy, Haas F1, Scuderia, Ferrari, Mission, Renault, and Williams Grand Prix. Yes, Ferrari are indeed actually officially now called Mission Renault in their name. Don't ask me, ask them. It is, yes, a stupid name to have as your actual official entry name. But there you go. Look it up. It literally is the actual official name. It really is that dumb. But anyway, we're here as Renault F1 then with Ricciardo and Hulkenberg. You can see the entire lineup. Albon in Toro Rosso, Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo Sauber. You've got Sainz and Lando Norris at McLaren. Leclerc is in the Ferrari. Kvyat's back at Toro Rosso. George Russell in the Williams. The list goes on, obviously, all the changes. You know, you guys know now. Gasly in the Red Bull. Kubica in the Williams car. You know all the changes. So it's the full 2019 lineup here for the team and the drivers in terms of all their names and whatnot and where each driver is driving. And we're back here for Season 1 of this Manager Career Mode here. So let's have a look at the mail just to kind of show you guys around. So we've got the 3-stage qualifying. Obviously, if you watched any of my previous Motorsport Manager Career Modes, kind of forget about all the rule sets in the previous series. This is all reset to what it is like in real life Formula 1 currently, or as near as enough as we can get it in the game. So we've got the 3-stage qualifying, Q1, Q2, and Q3 as it is in real life. Then the introduction to the ERS system. We've got ERS back in the game because I haven't actually had to play with ERS for quite a few seasons now, Motorsport Manager, because the last series I did, we didn't have ERS for the last few. So ERS is back here for us, so I've got it. That's something I can definitely not manage well, but we'll have to deal with it then. The power mode and the hybrid mode, gonna have to work out, relearn that and try and work out the best we can use it, and hopefully the Renault ERS isn't too bad. Obviously, I don't have any say on what the Renault car starts off like in Season 1. I just get given it, and I have to work the best with it. So now we've got targets for this season. It says 2016 because there's no way to actually alter the year the career mode starts off, because remember, Motorsport Manager came out in 2016, which is pretty crazy to think that near enough next year it would have been 3 years I've been playing this game. But yeah, the season number can't be changed, but effectively, you guys know it's 2019 basically, and this we'll just keep on calling it Season 1. I'll never refer to it as the actual year of the season. I'll just say Season 1. So targets for Season 1, 2nd, 4th, or 6th. So I think I want to say 4th place is the comfortable thing. That's what Renault in real life are going to go for. If you look at the car stats here, Renault are 4th overall in this season starting off. Ferrari are top, apparently, with Mercedes in 2nd place, Red Bull in 3rd. We're 4th. Force India, Toro Rosso. Then you got Haas, McLaren, Sauber, and Williams. In the lineup there, we've got, you can see we're kind of halfway engine-wise there. Acceleration-wise, not too bad. Again, halfway, but a bit to the sharper end. Deceleration, brakes, we definitely have to work on that maybe. Front wing though, and the suspension looking okay, both in 5th place, and then the rear wing 6th, so we're not too bad all in all. But I would say 4th place I think is going to be the thing we go for. 3.4 million per race. I think that's a pretty decent amount. I think 4th is something we can definitely get, so I'm going to go with that. Don't go too ambitious. And you can see here we've got a bit of a different looking livery here. Obviously we don't know what the Renault F1 2019 car is going to look like, so I just went with a bit of a creative yellow and black livery. I really like it. It's got a different tone of yellow that kind of goes a little bit gold there, so it looks I like it. I don't know about you guys, but I do like it. So gone with that, and obviously that will evolve as we go on, maybe to multiple seasons. We'll see how much you guys like this series. So if you are liking the sound of this F1 2019 Manager Career, be sure to hit that like button already, guys. And if you do go on to enjoy the video, obviously hit that like button by the end of the video. But let's have a look then at the pit crew. What we're saying here. So we've got a pretty decent pit crew. 16 on the front and rear jack, 16s and 15s all round on the tyres. Pretty good fixings actually. So actually our pit crew is pretty damn good right now. To hire, we could hire some new people right now, but that's 16, 16, 14. We're going to reject this dude. We'll keep these guys on backup. because you never know. Those guys got the same amount of stats near enough, so might be worth it if they get tired. Obviously, I don't really know how the fatigue is going to go for these guys, but let's look around our car then and see what's what. So in terms of reliability, we're looking pretty good. I believe the fire mod, obviously reliability starts off pretty okay, so I don't think that's going to be an issue for us, but we'll go ahead and do some reliability stuff right now. So we're going to go for the engine, which is always usually an issue for us, and gearbox as well maybe, and also we've got a lot of slots here. It's Renault, because let's have a look at our HQ actually. What are we on? Okay, so we've got a max level factory and design center of 3. So this is the advantage of, you know, previous manager careers. I've started off as a lower end team, like a way down the bottom, and we have to really work our way up. Whereas now Renault, obviously, we're kind of midfield. I'm sure the other guys, yeah, I mean, Mercedes have level probably maxed out in the design center. On the factory, design, we're in 5th place. You can see even McLaren have a better design center than us. We're actually 2nd place in the factory, though, so that's pretty good. But we've got a pretty damn good HQ already, but obviously still work to do compared to Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. But in terms of improvability, we can definitely do a lot of reliability stuff on the car right now. So I'm going to go for brakes as well, because the wings, you can do something about the wings. You can change the front wing in the race. You can't change, well, you can change the engine mid-race, but it's not ideal, is it? It's going to take a heck of a long time. So anyway, that's that. Team-wise, obviously, we know us. Drivers-wise, we know us. Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, we got Jarno Opmeer as the reserve driver. And then staff, we've got Bob Bell, Chris Richards, and Mark Slade as our 2 engineers. They're not too bad, both 4 stars. They look like sound chaps, so, you know, we'll go with that. He's had a 100-week relationship with Hulkenberg. He's new with Ricciardo, obviously, just coming into the team, so that'll be something to look at. Finances-wise, we're bringing 1.8 million per race. I've set a budget. We're on medium right now. We could go to high stacks. That might be useful. Fat stacks, so we save up more for next year's car. So that'll mean we're on 1.4 per race. That's not too bad. We've got a starting budget of 20 million, so not looking too bad. Sponsor-wise, we don't have too many sponsors on the car. It's looking pretty barren. We've got Infinity, Matt Ferrer, Castrol, Microsoft. Got 2 empty slots, so hopefully we do get those soon enough. We've got a marketability of 78% though, so not amazing. We don't have level 5. What do we actually need to do? Apparently, oh, we need to buy a helipad. That might be something we look into, actually, because we've got a lot of money to burn right now. How much is a helipad going to cost us? New building. Ooh, that's hardly anything. Let's buy that. Yeah, I'm going to get that straight away. That's not that too much money. So now we have unlocked, well, when that gets built, we'll unlock level 5 with the sponsor appeal. So that'll be good. So straight away, already spent some money. And let's go ahead and start developing the car, really. Where are we weak? Engine, I think, is the big thing, and the brakes. So let's go for designing a new part. Let's go for an engine straight away. I feel like we need to just get that out of the way. Start iterations early on the engine front here. So let's go for 25 to the max, I would say. So that's going to cost us 1.5 million. That's not too bad. Obviously, we've got a lot of budget to burn through. So right now, we're just kind of getting started, getting the wheels turned. It will take us a few iterations, maybe, for the engine development to be really useful. But of course, that's the whole point of R&D. Sometimes you dig deep. But yeah, we're kind of just waiting now for sponsors to roll in and for this season to begin. Very, very exciting. Obviously, here at Renault, we're aiming for P4 in the championship, but if we can try and attack Red Bull, Ferrari, Merc, that will be very ideal in the first season. We'll have to see about that. I got it. 3-stage qualifying. Let's move on then and get towards the rest of the season, pretty much. Engine design's going to be finished, and so we've actually got quite a lot of time, actually. This pre-season's a large part, so let's continue doing iterations, maybe. I think we'll do another engine, perhaps. We could squeeze that in, and then go for some brakes as well, maybe. Right, so from what I can tell, this kind of version of the mod and the way we've got things set up, it's a bit different here compared to what I'm used to. We really have to spend a lot of time doing iterations and really digging deep, it looks like here, to really get some performance gain. So it's taken us 2 iterations to get to a point where we're really now getting a good engine, and one that's better than the one we've got, because the first 2 iterations were actually worse off engines than we had right now. So it's 2 iterations later. Amazingly, we've got an amazing perk with Bob Bell. He's got this crazy perk of unlocks an additional great component, which works well for us. It adds 10 days to the build time, so it's going to take a while to see this engine actually come into fruition. But because we get two different great unlocks here, I can do top speed 70 to max, which is huge. 70 max is a massive amount of performance, but it adds a risk level, but then I can do -1 risk level, costs 1 million more, but I can do that because I've unlocked two great components here, and so I basically cancel out the risk level here and just get the top max speed, plus 25 onto that from the average one, and we have a maximum of 1,000, I think that's 1,029. At the moment, I think our maximum is 970, so that's a real boost to our engine, especially after 2 iterations of not getting much. You can see we're already down to 16 million. This will be 3 million, so it's actually probably a good thing we had 20 million to burn at the very start here, because we really need to spend quite a lot to dive deep. But I think the engine, obviously just like in real life, is going to be a big part of how well we do, because it seems like other components, they're okay. The engine, though, we're below Toro Rosso and Force India, so we really need to make sure we develop the engine. So I think it's kind of worth it to be spending this much money so early in the season on engine development. So we're down to 13 million. That's fine, though. You can see there's no point even doing any of these engines because they're worse than the ones we have now. So as is the kind of development, I guess, you know, it's a new career from scratch. We have to kind of wind up like almost like a hamster wheel and get the momentum going. So we have to be patient with the car in terms of improvements. We haven't even got to the first race, though, so that's not too much of a worry. Still got time. Right, here we go. Australia is nearly upon us here. We got upcoming reports on Sydney. 40% chance of rain, apparently. We're doing a midway stage race length, by the way, so 31 laps it will be. So around then for most races long. So huge anticipation. This year, Mercedes looking like the team to beat with Hamilton and Bottas, but we're obviously out to impress. But I'm sure with Ferrari having the best car on the grid, they might be saying something else about that, to be honest. But when is this engine going to get made then? It is going to be done, after Dubai, it looks like. Helipad. When is this? Wow, this is going to take a while. Oh, God. Okay, so this engine development is going to take us 3 races. So what did I say about long term? It really is going to be quite long term. But that's fine. That's fine. It is a long-term, patient plan here with this engine dev. And at the moment, you know, the goal should be trying to finish in P4 in terms of constructors-wise. Then we build on it later on into the season. I think this season 1 will be a building year, and next season can be the one where we really challenge with this team because it's taking so long to do the development. But here we go now. We've got some sponsors to work here there. So slot 1, ATI, RBS, or Dexter. That's actually the one that, isn't that the actual real-life sponsor that Hulkenberg has? But let's have a look at this then. Upfront payment, 2 upfront payments. Then we've got a bonus payment. Let's see quickly here. This is going to be smaller payments, isn't it? Yeah, so let's quickly do this one first. The sponsor level 6. So we've got fixed payment of 296. So let's just do the calculator here on my phone. Times that by 13. So that's 3.8 million. For 13 races. That's 2.4 for 11, but up front. And then that's 9. And that's definitely going to be less than this. So this is going to be the best deal for us there. So we're going to take that. I've never heard of this company, Meckham Auctions, but let's just go for it there. And then slot 1. So we could go for a target-based one, but have we already got a target one here? That's fixed per day. That's fixed per day. That's fixed as well, and that's fixed as well. So we could take a performance-based one of 8th or above. That's nearly 1 million per race, but that's for 6 races. So over 6 races, we get just under 6 million, or I go for these up front, which is this is the better deal, up front of 18 million for 14 races. That's pretty hefty. This works out at about 1.2 million per race we're getting, whereas this will be just under 1 million, and that's only if we get the actual bonus payment of getting 8th or above. So I'm going to go with ATI. That's a very nice long-term sponsorship straight away in the bank. So 31 million to work with, of course. So that's very nice already. Look at that. Nice big logo on the side pod. I actually really like that. So that's pretty cool. My first big sponsor deal then with Renault on the side pod booked in. So 31 million. Obviously, we can't even spend that much on the car until our engine's done because we don't obviously have the ability to do 2 parts at once. So we're going to have to wait 3 races to start on more development. So actually for now, we've just got a nice cash pile in the bank pretty much. So we're looking pretty good to just build on, like I said. But it's time to go towards the Australian Grand Prix. Of course, like I said, this is going to be a very different race to what I'm used to from the last time I played Motorsport Manager, because this is a brand new career starting fresh with it, like it is in real life. We've got the 3 qualifying sessions. We've got ERS to contend with there. We've got practice first, which is heavy rain apparently, then rain in qualifying and clear in the race. So we'll see about that. In terms of tyres, it's going to be high tyre wear. I want to at least take 2 sets for quali and 1 for the race maybe. Maybe let's say 5, 4, I think, yeah, maybe, yeah, 5-4. And then should we take maybe one more set of super softs just in case? And then let's go for... you know what? Let's go for 6 sets of softs, and we'll go for 5 sets of super softs. I don't think we'll use the mediums that much. We might do, but I don't think so. So let's go for 5, 6, 4 for both those guys. Fit parts, let's see about this. We need to obviously have a bit of an equal standing here. So they got the same brakes, same engine, same front wing. They're all the same, so it's all fine. I don't know why Hulkenberg's complaining too much. So let's get on to our very first practice session of the F1 2019 manager career. Right, so obviously both these drivers are very established, so they've got good feedback of 16 and 15, so this shouldn't be too much of a struggle. But of course, what will be is doing new setups now for these cars and getting back into... It's kind of going back to school, relearning everything in a way. Right, it's going to start raining pretty damn soon, so we're going to send them out straight away. We're going to do the qualifying trim, 3 laps, because I can always do the race trim whilst it's raining, so may as well do the qualifying right now, because it is going to be raining pretty soon. Yeah, like literally give it like 5 minutes and it'll start raining. So let's fast forward then, send them out and just do that first. We can do the setup a little bit later. Right, it's already damp, so we're going to bring them in then. So literally that rain did not take too long, so we'll bring them in, do the setup quickly, then send them out on intos. Although, to be fair, they are going to get just about maybe level 1 the qualifying trim there, so that was at least worth it. And they are near enough to level 1 super softs there, but we'll bring them in. Let's see how the setup is. Okay, looking pretty good for Hulkenberg then. Obviously, the man who was already at Renault before this year, so it kind of makes sense that he's more comfortable straight away. So 95%, he's all good. So now we can just send him out. Well, it's going to be raining for a while, isn't it? So we may as well do a big old race trim then on intermediates, I guess. I don't think we'll need the full wet. So inters for about 8 laps then, or even 12 actually. Let's just go with 12 laps. We'll bring him in around 12 minutes to go, try and get some dry tyre running. But it looks like maybe the entire grid might not have a lot of useful knowledge for qualifying or the race when it comes to tyres. Maybe for the actual quali and race trims, but not the actual tyre levels they've got. Right, Ricciardo though needs some tweaking then. He's got a good, excellent and good. 92%, not too bad numbers wise, but maybe he wants a little bit higher downforce potentially, and then acceleration wise wants some more top end speed maybe. Let's see. I mean, that's the bigger part of the bar, so I'm only assuming that's where he wants to go. So let's send him out for... I'll do a quali lap with him on inters and try and get that knowledge, and because we're going to bring him in straight away, whereas Hulkenberg will just keep out there for the entirety of the session pretty much. Well, apparently the balance is feeling much better for Ricciardo, so let's see. We're going to bring him in and see if that is indeed correct. Yeah, there we go. 2 excellents and a great. So a great start to the season, and didn't take too much faff to do these setups, 95%. So now he can basically join Hulkenberg on an 8-lap stint on inters, and that will get done pretty quick, and so we can bring them in maybe then very quickly and try and maybe send them out a little bit early on the dry tyres potentially, because oh god, there's some more rain to come at the end, so we really might need to try and risk this and do a little cheeky short dry tyre stint as the rain comes down for literally 3 minutes. Right, I've got level 2 intermediates. I'm going to bring them both in. I'm going to send them out on dry tyres because I need to try and get some dry tyre knowledge here. So we've got enough intermediate knowledge. So send them out. I'll go with the race trim. Of course, that's where all the points are, so I'd rather do that. I'm going to do, well, we've already got near super soft level, so I'm going to do super softs, and we're just going to have to hope that the super softs are a race tire to be on, really, in the race when it comes to it. I honestly don't know what the tire level, tire wear levels are going to be like, what the fuel is going to be like, the ERS. It really is going to be a very tough first race for us. A big learning curve compared to what I'm used to from the previous Motorsport Manager careers I've done on the channel. So quickly, super softs, race trim. Yeah, let's go. Right, got level 3 in the race trim. Gonna bring them in. Hulkenberg just crossed the line though, that's unfortunate. Ricciardo will come in though. Still getting level 2 super softs. We've got some rain to come. May as well finish off level 3 to be honest, but now we can just get some qualifying knowledge in there as well. So 3 laps on that same set of supers. Can't afford to go on a new set because I didn't choose too many super softs. In hindsight, maybe should have gone with that. Probably should have chosen way more super softs if I knew I was going to do super soft knowledge here. But alas, qualifying, super soft, same set. Right, it's going to start raining literally now, but we'll maybe eke out a little bit of trim there on the super softs. Maybe just get to level 3. You can see the progress is slowing down massively now. It's nearly turned to a turtle pace as the rain is really out there, but we might just tick over to level 3 on that super soft set right at the end of the session. I think we'll get level 3 in qualifying, so that'll be very good for us at least. Come on, eke out. There's only 1 minute left. I think we'll get this. Come on. A little bit more. End of the session. Yeah, there we go. Level 3 on super softs. We've done it despite it raining fully there. Pretty good then, pretty good. Got a good amount of knowledge. Got level 3 on quali, race, super soft, and level 2 on inters. I'll take that. We might be a little bit screwed if we have to go on softs and mediums for a long while on the race, but I can live with that. And Hulkenberg's P2 in the session. Obviously, I'm not going to read too much into practice, but there we go. Looking pretty okay. Right, qualifying then. Q1, we have to get through that first. It's raining here, so we have to hope our car's pretty good, but I don't know about the rain. This only shows the rain in Q1. There might not be rain in Q3, so can I choose different? Does this knowledge have to stay with us the entire session? I think it does, so I'm going to have to risk it here and go for quali and go for super soft instead of intermediate knowledge there, because I think we'll need it for Q3, honestly, so let's go for that. Car setup's all fine and dandy, so we're good to go. Let's start quali. It is going to get dry, though, at the end of the session, so we might actually just be able to stick it out. Yeah, I think it might get dry to the end, so let's just wait. Let's not go out. I don't think anyone's going to go out, actually. Maybe, no, a few cars go out, but let's just wait. Let's, because I think it's going to be dry enough that we can set a dry time, just around 5 minutes there, you can see. Right, stopped raining now. That's all good. I think there's a little bit of rain at the end of the session, so let's wait for track grip to go up a little bit, and then I'm going to send them out now. So, one run here on super soft, so you guys need to smash in this lap and get through to Q1. It'd be quite an embarrassment in our first race of the season not to get through into Q2, considering we're the fourth fastest team on the grid. So let's do this, boys. Both of them in formation. Probably should have sent them out with a little bit of a gap, I can't lie. Hulkenberg is a little bit held up by Ricciardo. I can't deny that. I've made a little bit of a fumble. You know, you still need to dust off the cobwebs of playing this game. But nevertheless, let's go. Let's see how that goes. We fast forward through. At the moment, obviously, a lot of people did go back out on supers, but right now all those lap times are set by inters, so this should be straight away towards the top of the session across the line, and it's up P2 and P3. But obviously now people might get a chance to set, or they might be in the process of setting times on the dry tires, because all of them are sent out. So let's just wait patiently and see. But I think we're probably hopefully safely through into Q2. But you can see people do set faster times there. But it's the end of the session. Qualifying's ended. I think that's going to be it. Yep, Vettel's fastest. And so out in the first session is Bottas, actually. Bottas is out. One of the Mercedes cars out. You got the two two Williams cars, no surprise there, out. And then you got the Toro Rosso of Albon and Giovinazzi. But surprise, Bottas went out. He made a mistake going out on inters, whereas his teammate set another time on super soft for second place. So there you go. There's your eliminated first drivers. So thankfully made it through onto Q2 then. Right, it's all dry in Q2, and well, we have to remember we don't have too many tyres to work with for the race as well. So I'm going to go on a worn set first and send them out like that, and then we'll do a fresh set at the end if we need it, if we can't get into Q3 on this worn set, basically. So send them out straight away, auto, and let's see how this works out for us. So I don't know, this is obviously a Cody's F1 tactic of going on worn tyres first, give us a bit of a delta time, but I don't know how it's going to go in Motorsport Manager, but let's just see. Right, Ricciardo across the line. At the moment, P1 goes better than Perez and Raikkonen, so that's good. Vettel obviously sets times. Let's see if we have the pace. Leclerc goes faster. Hamilton as well. Verstappen there. For now, P5 and P6, though. I think we might be actually good, actually. You know what? And we've made it through. The tactics have worked. How about that? We've got enough pace there on worn tyres to get through into Q3. That is very nice there, but only just. You can see the time difference between me and Gasly there. Ricciardo and Gasly. Pretty close, actually. So, Toro Rosso are giving us a good run for the money when we're on worn tyres there. So now Q3, this is the interesting part. So Magnussen, Kvyat, Stroll, Raikkonen and Sainz out. Although to be fair, Raikkonen's done well to get through into Q2, to be honest, in the Sauber car. And Lando Norris actually has done very well to get through into Q3 in the McLaren there. Surprised about that. Right, Q3, all nice and dry. We've got some fresh tyres to burning to send them out straight away on that set. Oh no. Ah, damn it, I made a mistake. Ah, I forgot. I forgot about the rule. Ah, how could I be so stupid? God damn it. Motorsport Manager always makes me so stupid because I just don't think enough because I'm thinking too quickly. Oh, God, we have to start on this tyre now. Ah, that's going to be frustrating. God damn it. Right, bit of a slap in the face for us then. We have to start on that tyre. That's not great. I forgot. I'm not used to it because on my previous Motorsport Manager career, that wasn't a rule. We could start on free whatever tyre we wanted to. Oh, god damn. Okay, that's going to make things interesting now for this first race then. I can't lie. We popped in an early lap time. We're P5 and P6. It's starting to rain, though. So that is pretty much where we're going to end up, I think. P5 and P6. Perez quite close to us, actually, there in the Force Indy car. And we are some way off Vettel, to be honest. 8/10 is quite a fair margin. But I'm still happy with P5, P6. Obviously helped by Bottas not being there, who would have taken P5 normally. But pretty happy with that result. But now the race is going to be a real ball ache because I messed up that strategy and forgot that you take in the... I mean, I basically forgot a basic F1 rule, but because it was the Motorsport Manager game, and usually that's not a rule in the game, I completely forgot that would be a thing. So, -1 to me. So Sebastian Vettel was the man on pole position then, ahead of Lewis Hamilton there. Leclerc with the good P3, Verstappen P4. Gasly, though, underperforms, actually. I keep forgetting, Gasly's not even in the Toro Rosso, he's in the Red Bull car. I said Toro Rosso in Q2, didn't I? Where I meant Red Bull, but... Okay, so he's P7, so he's a little bit slower than Verstappen there, so we're able to split the two Red Bulls. But that's your grid then for the very first race. Bottas right at the back in the Mercedes car, but we're going to have a tough race, to be honest, now that I've messed up this strategy on the tyres. Right, here we go. Oh, thank Lord. It's raining, maybe. Oh, yes. Is everyone going to start on Inters? Tyre selection. Wait, no. Grid slot. Yes, everyone's going to start on Inters. Thank the Lord. I've been saved. I've been saved. Yes. Thank you, rain. Thank you. Right, rain. We can start on Inters. Then we'll go Super Softs and Race Trim. We've got 3 sets, I think, of Super Softs to burn. Let's have a quick look. Tyre choice. We've got 2 fresh sets. So that's fine. Inters go 16 laps. So we could make it to the end of this rain and then go to Super Softs to the end. So this could work out really well for us, actually, to be honest. So from the third row on the grid, P5 and P6, let's go to our very first race then in 2019, Season 1 of the 2019 Manager Career Mode here. 5 red lights, and we're out for the Australian Grand Prix. It's a good getaway there for Hulkenberg. A very slow start, though, for Ricciardo there. At the moment, we're going to be... Oh, let's go on auto for ERS. We're on full attack mode, obviously on fuel and pushing on the tyres. But immediately a very poor start for Ricciardo. I don't know, nerves in the new Renault workplace. And he's down to P13, actually, as Bottas makes a dive around the outside. Bottas is already... Well, hang on. He's already into P12 from last place. And it's not even been the halfway through lap 1. That is madness. Whereas Hulkenberg's now gone down to P8. So, bit of a shaky start compared to what their qualifying was like. But that's fine, that's fine. We're settling in, and we're obviously trying to save some ERS boost at this moment in time. You know what? I'm going to take it off auto. We're just going to go on full save mode at the moment. And look at that now. Hulkenberg side by side with Gasly. Can he get him to the inside? Yes, he can. Up into P7. Good stuff there from Hulkenberg. Defends well. Kvyat in the Toro Rosso. Look at him up in P6. Doing a great job there. And also Haas with Grosjean in P5. Ricciardo trying to find his feet. He's back to P12. So he's kind of gone back and he dropped down to P14, I think, momentarily. But now he's back behind Lando Norris in P11. Bottas, though, what a storming start. There goes Ricciardo, though, down the inside to turn 1. Come on. Yes, he can do it up into P11. Good stuff there by Ricciardo. Meanwhile, Hulkenberg up into P6. I'm missing loads of overtakes here. It's actually all kicking off. But Hulkenberg with a good move on Kvyat. So he's up into P6 now behind, which is going to be Romain Grosjean in P5, who is keeping Verstappen pretty honest there in the race. And Ricciardo is keeping Bottas honest. If Ricciardo can follow Bottas through, maybe, as he makes his way through this field, that would be very, very good. Meanwhile, up ahead, look at that. Charles Leclerc leads his very first Grand Prix for Ferrari there. 1.7 the gap to Vettel. Interesting stuff. Interesting. The pole man loses it. And Leclerc up as now Hulkenberg, we cut in at the right time, up into P5. Very good showing there, but now's the time to go a little bit less attacky on the tyres maybe, and also the same thing for the fuel. Perhaps let's go medium and medium. I think most people are on, and actually no, a lot of people are still pushing the engine. We're going to keep it calm, because I don't know what the fuel saving is going to be like here for our car. Obviously, it's a very new learning process, so let's see how good these guys can save fuel in this new Renault machine, and also how the tyre wear is. Meanwhile, we are saving a decent amount of ERS, yet to use a lot of it, so that's very good news for us as we're up into P5 with Hulkenberg. But Ricciardo, still a little bit slow, but at least he's not dropping off anymore. Right, Ricciardo making a move up into P10. He overtakes Sergio Perez there. So good stuff. Still behind Bottas now. Bottas still only P9, so now he's slowed down a little bit for progress. So this is where, you know, as long as we're keeping up with Bottas, I feel, Ricciardo, I feel like we're doing okay. Both these guys wearing out their tyres a little bit, though, so we need to go conserve. Everyone's on medium, although we've pushed our tyres definitely a little bit more, so we need to go conserve compared to them. Hulkenberg's doing well on the fuel save. I'm going to continue pushing Ricciardo, because now he's down the inside of Gasly, because Gasly makes a mistake, and Bottas is up into P8, so we're P9 now. good stuff there. So Gasly definitely struggling in his new surroundings, but he gets us back with the ERS. Fair play. We're not using a lot of ERS right now. We're saving it. We're saving it. I might use it on the back straight, though, with Ricciardo here, to be honest. I'm going to go medium, and I'm going to save this ERS up. Right, coming through to the last bend. I'm going to use it now. Let's have a splurge of ERS. Try and close up to the Force India. Re-overtake him into turn 1. There we go. Back up into P10 after Ricciardo did get overtaken there. We're doing some good work on the tyre wear as well. Hulkenberg still sitting pretty 5/10 ahead of Grosjean. I'm going to put him on auto mode for ERS and let him do his own thing there. As Ricciardo gets attacked, though, by Perez. Comes back at him there. Let's use a little bit of ERS maybe. Defend. Stay in P11, P10 man. Right, use a bit here on the back straight. Try and close up on Gasly if we can. Right, so lap 7, looking pretty okay actually. I'm liking where Hulkenberg sat in P5, you know, best of the rest pretty much, and he's got a comfortable enough kind of lead on that gap, and actually everyone's getting held up a little bit by Grosjean, it looks like, to be honest, as Ricciardo is at the end of that train. But I've just seen it's not going to be fully dry at the end of this little session. It's going to be intermediates again maybe, so I think we might have to go to another set of inters, in fact. So if we can stretch this to maybe go a bit early, maybe go lap 14 and make a pit stop, I think I'll be happy with that. So to that end, I might go early with Ricciardo, push on here, and try and go for an early undercut pit stop here with Ricciardo. Right, he's overtaking Gasly there. He's been pushing hard, of course, though. So that's why he's overtaken him. We're behind Kvyat now. Going to use a bit of ERS through this bend to the last corner. Can he close up enough? No, not quite, but now another blast here. Last corner. Use it all up into the main straight. Can he do anything into turn 1? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, he has a little look. Ooh, got very close to the apex there. Might be able to get him soon. Right, worn tires for Ricciardo. That's fine. 30% wear. We'll go full out attack mode now. And we'll really push in for a pit stop now on this next lap. Hulkenberg will continue on a little bit more. He's got a lot of good fuel now. Hulkenberg's done a lot of fuel saving in this race. He's looking good. Right, let's use some ERS again. Try and close up. Right, you're going to come in on this lap now, Ricciardo. Pit in. Another set of inters. Yep, another 7 inters. That'll take us, hopefully, what lap is it? 10. We go 20. Yeah, okay, that should be okay. I think there might be a chance to go on super softs right at the end of this race. But for now, we're fine. Park conditions all really good. Recharge battery. Now, this could be a risk, but we'll go for it. We'll add 50% on. Let's go for a medium risk. Fast pit stop. Actually, let's go balanced. I don't want to risk it all. Right, Ricciardo's getting on Kvyat. Kvyat's going to come in for the pit stop as well. Leclerc comes in as well. Hulkenberg will continue on. I'm fine for him to continue on. We'll now go overtake mode and attack on his in lap, but Ricciardo will come in. A lot of people will come in, so let's see how this pit stop goes for us then. Hopefully, don't get held up at all. No mistake, please. There we go. Good recharge as well, although we do come out behind. No, okay. Ooh, come out side by side with Gasly. Use the ERS straight away. Come on, little burst there. Stay ahead. Yellow flag in Sector 1. George Russell has crashed in Sector 1 just there in front of us there. Right, Hulkenberg will come in on this lap. Pit in. Inters, park conditions fine. Recharge that battery to 50%. We'll go for a balanced pit stop as well. Ricciardo, though, just ahead of Gasly. Still behind Kvyat, though. Right, I'm going to use a lot of the ERS here on this little back straight. Try and catch up to Kvyat. Not worked out there. Let's save some more. Right, let's go to overtake mode on the engine. Right, Hulkenberg, he's made the pit stop. It is an okay pit stop. I think there was a tiny mistake there. Where's Ricciardo? Last bend. Use ERS now. And let's go, go, go. Try and close up on Kvyat. Still not got it enough. That Honda engine in the back of the Toro Rosso is working very well for the Russian, I've got to admit. It's going quite well. Right, we've got to save some fuel here now with Ricciardo because he doesn't have too much to play with. Same for Hulkenberg now. He's used a lot of the fuel up on that in-lap there. Perez has stayed out. Bottas has stayed out. Verstappen and Vettel have stayed out. So we might actually have a chance maybe. Let's see. Is the undercut going to work for us? Because Leclerc certainly is going quite quick. Vettel's gone to super softs. Interesting. Obviously, they're playing for the dry period right now. We're playing for the intermediates coming up. So let's back this up. And let's take this nice and cautiously. Going to go conserve with Ricciardo. Back up for Hulkenberg. And let's really take this nice and easy. And make sure we get through this next part. Where it gets a little bit too dry, maybe. I think it's inevitable that Bottas behind us in P6 will close and overtake us. He's not in our race today. He's not in our race. So we don't need to worry about him. What exactly is the logic? Leaving me behind. Oh, it's fine. Stop complaining, Ricciardo. Right, sit rep on lap 16. Tyres are underheated. That's fine because the rain is starting to come back down. And slowly and surely we'll gain some time back. So let's go neutral. Let's go neutral, please. You've got some fuel to burn, so let's go. Right, Ricciardo P11. He's been caught by Stroll. He's been overtaken by Gasly on mediums. But now the rain's back. So this is our chance to gain a little bit here. And actually, you know what? Yeah, the rain's going to come. It's going to stop raining around lap 20-ish. So I think on the next lap, let's start really pushing these tyres then. Let's go. Full out attack. Let's go, go, go. Right, we're catching back up to Bottas using a lot of ERS here. And we're gaining into turn 1. Look at that. Very, very close there to Bottas. So we're going to... So Bottas overtook us on the dry tyres. We're coming back at him very rapidly on these inters. So looking very good. So our plan is working somewhat as Ricciardo's also up into P9. So see, it worked out. A bit of patience there, and it's working out for us now. Because at this phase of the Grand Prix, we are some of the fastest cars on the grid. Leclerc is on a set of inters actually leading the race, actually. So somehow Leclerc was one of the only leaders to go on to another set of inters and actually has made it work. So he's in a very dominant position right now. 6.7 ahead of Hamilton. Looking very good. Vettel's down to P3. Right, it's still damp enough, I think. One more lap will go. I think I'll come in next lap because the tyres are overheating now as we're losing some time. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Right, rain's going to come in now. It's sunny. Right, I think we'll come in now for dry tyres maybe. I think now's the time for dry tyres. I mean, let's see what Leclerc does because he's the one I'm looking at really. Is he going to come in? Yes, he is. So I'm going to come in as well. Right, super soft to the end of the Grand Prix. Should be fine. Yeah, 11 laps to go. Right, recharge the battery. Let's go for 50%. Balance pit stop. Let's go. Ricciardo, you're going to come in as well. There hopefully should be enough of a gap to come in for both of you. 50%. Balance pit stop. Let's go. Right, both in. You may as well use a little bit of burst of ERS into the pit lane. And you may as well use a little bit of burst as you come through that last corner. Let's go auto. Right, no mistake for Hulkenberg. Good stuff. And then hopefully no mistake for Ricciardo. Let's go auto there. Right. No mistake there. Good stuff. Right, out. And we are in P8 and P6. And on fresh tyres. Let's go. Right, neutral. Neutral for now. Medium for now. Medium for now. Let's go pushing actually on the tyres right now. But we'll go pushing in medium because the fuel's not there. Right, 2 seconds faster there. 7 seconds faster again on our last time there. And we're behind Verstappen on the road. Where is going to be Vettel? Vettel comes out in P2 it looks like. Leclerc still P1. Hamilton P3. So Vettel's jumped. Oh, no. No, Vettel's gone down the order. He's still actually coming down the pit lane, maybe. As we go through. And we're ahead of Bottas. That was Bottas we overtook. So we're back up into P5. So that's okay. Ricciardo's the one I'm looking at. I think Hulkenberg's got P5 secured, I want to say. If he can stay ahead of Bottas, who is the... Where is he? He's just there. Ricciardo is now P7. He's chasing after Bottas. So we're basically sandwiching Bottas here. So it's really about if Ricciardo can pressurise Bottas, overtake him, and Hulkenberg cannot let him through. Because I think, to be honest, with a 4-second gap to Verstappen, I don't think we're gaining that. We don't have the pace in the car yet. Right, at the moment, lap 26, whilst Bottas is full out attack, I am just going neutral. I'm protecting these tyres, whereas I think Bottas is shredding them a little bit more, potentially. Although right now he's got better tyre wear, but I think that's because he came in later than us. He is catching Hulkenberg, though. So P5 might not be so guaranteed. But if we can maybe back up Bottas and defend, that could give us a chance to overtake him with Ricciardo, maybe. But he's 10 seconds back, and he's not really gaining. He's actually losing some time against Bottas, so I think Ricciardo might be looking at P7 maximum here today. Right, sit rep on lap 29. 3 laps to go. Bottas is rapidly gaining on us. He's less than a second behind. We're on overtake mode on the engine there. And we've got 0.6 to burn, though. I don't know how that's worked out, but we've got a lot to burn on the engine. A little bit iffy on the gearbox there and front wing. Tyre wear is looking okay. I think Bottas might be... He's 31% worn. We are 27, so he's still got better tyre wear somehow. So... yeah, Ricciardo, no man's land in P7, so he's pretty much done and dusted for the race, to be honest. But this is the fight then, P5, P6. Can Hulkenberg maintain this position? This would be a very good result for us to get ahead of one of the Mercedes cars and both, and one of the Red Bull cars with both our cars, with Ricciardo also ahead of Gasly. But 23% worn, it's time to go conserve. It might even be time to go back up because these tyres might be going off the cliff very quickly now. Going to go back up mode. Going to use some ERS here on this main straight to defend. Go defensive there. Right, you need to really carry this home, mate. Really need to carry this home. No, Bottas gains. He gains. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep it ahead, keep it ahead. Yes, yes, yes. This is looking good, this is looking good. It's going to be tough for him to overtake here in the last few corners. Use some ERS to power us through. Defensive mode. Recharge up for a last little spurt there. We're low fuel. Come on, little spurt of ERS across the line on low fuel. It's going to be P5. Great stuff there for Hulkenberg. Great stuff there from Hulkenberg. Fantastic stuff, Nico. And Ricciardo, P7. I would say pretty successful Grand Prix. Very topsy-turvy, the rain there. I think we held that well. P5, P7. We've got a lot of work to do, obviously. 23 seconds off the lead, so our car's nowhere near podium pace at all. But obviously that's the challenge here with Renault. We're trying to become a top team. We're not quite there yet. But good points at least. Points on the board. I'm happy with that. Right, so 10 and 6 points on the board. So that's obviously the Drivers' Championship at the moment. Leclerc leads the way then for Ferrari. Looking pretty damn good. Renault, though, we sit P3. We're actually ahead of Red Bull right now by 2 points because Gasly had a pretty tough time with Red Bull there. Toro Rosso get off the mark pretty well. Struggling cars are McLaren, Sauber, and Williams and Haas there with no points on the board. Although I didn't really see how their races pan out. But for us, looking pretty good in P3. I would say that's a pretty successful first episode. So we got some more marketability then for these guys because they got a top 10 and top 5 result there. So that's looking pretty damn good. 1.7 million in the bank. Very, very nice indeed. And so that is going to be a beautiful end to our very first race in the F1 2019 Manager Career Mode, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do subscribe for more of this series and more weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.